Zoning board of review is now in session. I will save a chairman's report to the very end. First item on the agenda then will be roll call. So I'll start off, Mr. Ben Furell. Present. Eric Reposa. Here. Ms. Sue Horowitz.
Yeah.
Mr. Kevin Donovan.
Here.
Mr. Paul Orienzo.
Here.
And Mr. Kelly.
Here.
The chairman, James Knott, is here as well. Next item on the agenda is approval of the draft June 2024 minutes. Could I have a motion to approve those minutes?
Mr. Chairman, could I make an alternative motion?
Which would be?
I had some trouble understanding the language in there and would propose that we send it back for some further editing.
Okay. Any questions on that?
What specifically? Missing punctuations. There were some areas, I believe. There was one paragraph that where Mr. Knott asked a question and I just couldn't understand what was being asked. The sentence structure was unclear.
I'll tell you, why don't, after the meeting or before next meeting, just go over with Heather.
Oh, sure.
Exactly.
Okay.
That way she knows she can make the change.
Perfect.
All right,
Perfect.
so
I didn't know
move-
who to take that.
So move the approval of the minutes to our regular scheduled meeting of September. So moving on to the regular agenda. First item is an appeal of notice of violation, and there's been a request that that be continued to our regularly scheduled meeting of October 17th. Aaron, they say why? That's like 2 months from now.
They didn't say why. The attorney for the applicant or the appellant requested the continuance to October and the appellant requested a continuance to September. So I'm gonna amend that to say continuance to September, if that's okay. If you can make a motion to continue the item to September.
Yep, to a regular scheduled meeting in September. Out of curiosity, because I won't hear between now and then, is how did the notice of violation ever come about? I drove down there, I'm like, it's not like driving down East Main Road and saying, oh, look at that.
We received a complaint.
That's what I figured. Okay. All right, could I have a motion to continue the petition of the appeal of notice violation of Mary and Michael Zani to the regular scheduled meeting of September 19th, 2024?
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All righty. So the only other item on the agenda is petition by Beth Finnegan, applicant and owner for property located at 169 Immokolee Drive, being tax assessors map 36 lot 55. Applicant seeking dimensional variance under Article 4, Section B to construct an addition to an existing dwelling in the rear and side setbacks. Like to come up, raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Full name and address for Heather, please.
Beth Finnegan, I live at 98 Hargraves Drive, but the property under consideration is 169 Immokolee Drive.
Of which I am extremely familiar with, having grown up there, but out of the 200-foot notification area. Okay, so basically we can make this short and sweet. You're looking to put an accessory dwelling unit on the house, correct?
Yes,
For your parents.
from my parents, my elderly parents.
Bill, you're gonna take that?
There's no hiding it at this point.
All right. So I'm familiar with the property down there. If nobody got down there, to the rear of the property is a private right of way and a house. And any land beyond that is pretty much swampland that can't be built on. And then everything around it is built. It's on a dead end street. So so to the rear, you're looking for an 11-foot, 6-inch encroachment, correct?
Yes,
And is that gonna be behind the garage?
yes, behind the garage.
Okay, Oh, and by the way, for this, Ms. Horowitz had to recuse herself on this. And no, so there's that setback requirement. And
And then the side yard.
yeah, the side yard setback, it's a little obscured here, so it's 15 foot is required. Proposed distance to the property line is 5.5 feet. Where is the property line? Is it in the middle of the right of way or? Do you know? Where is it?
It's weird, the roads, the town doesn't still own them.
It looks like it's right, it's not in the middle of the right of way. It's a little, it's kind of to the side of it, according to the survey we had done. If I'm reading this
So-
correctly.
Okay, property line, that's the issue. Okay,
Over here.
right, okay, got it, got it. Okay, so. That is, hang on, where's my? I gotta do some quick math. So you're looking for my math is correct, a 9.5 variance on the side, right? 9.5 feet. My application's a little hard to read.
No,
Well, if 15 feet's required,
proposed distance to the property line is 5.5 feet. Variance required is 11.5.
no, that
No?
setback
But-
requires 15 feet,
Okay, variance requested is 11.5.
should be 9.5 feet, not.
Am I gonna have to come back with a correction?
No,
If 15 minus the 5.5.
no.
Okay.
That's why I'm trying to clarify it, so what we vote on, so it's a 9.5 foot. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, like 11.5.
Okay.
So, right, so you're asking for less of an encroachment than you actually,
It would appear so.
yes. Did your sister do the paperwork?
No, Phil did.
Oh. Okay. Egress, in and out, separate from the house, of course.
There will be a separate one and then there will also be attached to the house.
I have no other questions. Any questions from the board?
Mr. Chairman, I do have a question.
Go for it.
This is for the planning staff. Are there any limitations on the size of on the square footage of an ADU as either square footage of the ADU or a percentage compared to the primary dwelling?
Yeah, a one bedroom is 900 square feet, a two bedroom is 1,200 square feet, or 60%, either one is 60% of the primary dwelling.
Okay,
And for the record, they're not seeking an increase in lot coverage even with this.
correct, correct,
Yeah.
correct. And in this case, it's 1,000 and change, 1,023 for a sort of 2-room, 1.5 bath.
Yes.
Okay, that's all. Anyone else?
Yeah, the so-called side yard, is that town property? Is that a town?
No, it used to be a big farm down there, so it's a dirt right of way
Yeah, okay.
that kind of goes to a house in the back now, and then it continues down towards the water, and there's wetlands down there and all that, so the town doesn't own that dirt right of way.
They don't own that road, for future use.
Now, nope.
Yeah, it looks like
That
it
was planned years ago that, just so everybody knows, there was a plan way back before your day that they wanted to connect all of the neighborhoods through. So that's how Peggy Lane came through down there. And then there was the intention of this to go into Lawrence Farms and so on up the way as an alternate way for. you
So
know,
that's
police
not, so
fire.
what is that, who owns that now? Is that Paul's property?
I think it is
It's
Paul's.
Paul's driveway.
Yeah, it's Paul's driveway.
Yeah.
'Cause he owns that-
whole-
he
so
own-
that whole right away is Paul's driveway.
Right, he owns that
Or that
and all the way down. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the condo people own behind Paul down. Where
Yeah,
the theoretic road would have kept going.
You guys haven't had any issues with water in the condos? Off topic of this.
No.
Any other questions? No? Okay. I have to ask for butters or interested parties. Anyone? I didn't think so. All right. Beth Finnegan, it's before the board for tax assessors map 36, lot 55, seeking to construct an accessory dwelling unit for elderly parents, on the existing property on Immokolee Drive. She's seeking an 11.6 foot rear yard variance and a 9.5 foot side yard variance. Mr. Furell.
Mr. Chairman, I vote to approve both the 9.5 foot side yard and 11.6 foot rear yard variances. The location of the home makes the only place possible to do a accessory dwelling unit to be that southwest side of the property. There's no other place on the property to put it. The state and the town has recognized that ADUs are desirable features. And this one seems well sized to take your parents. Or even, I imagine in the future, we're gonna see ADUs where the homeowner is moving into the ADU and a younger generation is moving into the home, you know, to establish multi-generational family. So,
That's our intention.
yeah. And I believe this ADU would fit that pretty well. You know, like, as you pointed out, there's an exterior entrance, there's an interior entrance. I note there's no additional parking being required, which in a way is kind of good, because if someone were to say, oh, this is gonna be rented out or something, you know, that might slow that down a little bit. But this hardship is not the result of any actions taken by the applicant. And granting of the variance doesn't change the characteristics of the neighborhood, and in fact brings us more in compliance or more in line with the idea of having ADUs and multi-generational families in the future. So I vote to approve both variances.
Thank you, Mr. Reposa.
I agree with what Mr. Furell said. I think it's an ideal spot for this kind of addition. So I approve both the side and rear yard setbacks.
Thank you. Mr. Donovan.
I also approve both the side and rear setbacks for the reasons previously stated.
Okay, Mr. Lorenzo.
I also vote to approve.
Thank you. Chairman also votes to approve for reasons previously stated by Mr. Furell. I think what's kind of cool is the fact that this is the second house on that street that stays in the family.
I do too. Yeah.
Good. So you're all set. You're approved.
Thank you. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Sue, thank you for ethically recusing yourself. Thank you.
All right. Before we adjourn, folks, I got some things I want to add. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to listen to me. So. No, I'm not standing up. And we'll try not to get emotional. That's hard. Want to share some things with everybody, so. Now, these are just some things I've observed, done, whatever, believe people should pay attention to, but. So a couple words of wisdom. First, never believe anything unofficial you read or anything you hear unless you hear it firsthand. These days of social media, rumors run rampant and facts get obscured. Take the time to review each petition prior to attending the meeting. Poor preparation makes for poor decisions. If possible, visit properties, even if it's a simple drive-by. Sometimes you see things you don't anticipate, and the added benefit is you get to really meet some cool residents. Bear with me. People are passionate about their property. Be understanding and sympathetic, but don't let that play into your decision. Vote the facts, not what your heart tells you. When making a decision, remember to base it on the evidence presented and how it relates to the zoning ordinance. It's okay to be the lone vote if you believe you're correct. Also, when making a decision, always take into account that any petition can be appealed to Superior Court, and how you base that decision and what you say plays heavily in what a judge decides. So next month, you're gonna have an election, and you're gonna have to elect a new chairman, possibly a new vice chairman, or a new secretary, or however it plays out. So this is to the future chairman. When you run your meetings, be respectful and treat everyone fairly. Run meetings efficiently, allow petitioners and abutters ample opportunity to speak. However, do not let them ramble on and take control. Be firm. Just because someone is passionate about their opinion does not give them the right to disrupt the meeting. When dealing with a controversial petition, such as those with multiple attorneys and both the petitioner and butters have testified, always remember you have the option to ask for a motion to close the hearing to any further testimony. Never agree to answer questions to the press about any petition. Trust me on that one. If you do, you will make that mistake once. And just finally, as a resident, I want to thank you guys for doing what you do. Okay, it's huge. And I appreciate it. And thanks for being the board you were. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Well, if I could say something, I want to thank Jim for all his, what I've learned from him. I see things from works from the other side, you know, fighting the zoning laws or trying to get our projects to fit. And it's been a real pleasure to work with Jim to learn from the other side to see, and hopefully I've been able to take both and combine that to make me better at my job as well as better at the zoning board. But it's all thanks to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd also like to say something. I just wanted to thank Jim for bringing me on board, or guiding me here, I guess. I don't know if you guys know, I've been on here for 8 years now.
It's been a long time.
Jim used to come by my house and keep talking to me until I came to the town hall, but I appreciate it. It's been a great ride. It's gonna be different without you, but I appreciate, you know,
Time for your generation to
here.
kind of take
It's,
control, you know,
you know,
that's the thing.
still working on the process here, but after so many years.
It's always a work in progress. You never stop learning up here, never.
Got a lot of good
Nope.
points. I've learned a lot, and there's a lot to be learned, but
Yeah.
it's good to be a part of it. And I thank you for all you've taught me and.
Thank you.
Zani.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for everything too, Jim.
Thanks. Take a motion to adjourn. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta thank you guys. I have loved working with you two. I really have. You too, Kevin. It's been fun. It really has. No, I mean, you know, we haven't worked together that long, but I've worked with a lot of other people for a long time. Trust me, loved working with you guys.
They answer the phone.
They do a great job. And, you know, if you ever go up there and see the distractions they go through, me being one of them. But it's amazing they get anything done up there. It's,
They're the only zoning people who answer the phone.
see,
We appreciate those comments.
Thank
We
you, yeah.
really love working with you too, and our chit chats and
thanks.
having the before and after conversations and working through
Thank you.
find solutions on multiple
Yeah.
things. we do.
And we can't forget Heather.
I was gonna say, thank you for making my first year on my first board fantastic. I had so much fun with you guys, especially you, Jim.
You are a great recording secretary.
Liar,
Believe me.
liar. Don't take it.
No, trust me.
Jim, don't be a stranger.
I won't
Come
be.
by anytime and we'll probably see you in the future for, you know.
He'll be back,
Zoning,
right?
No,
Went back to the zoning.
back once, not back twice.
No, as a consultant, you know, as a volunteer consultant.
Yeah.
That's fine.
The distraction of it.
Yeah, okay. All right, I will take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second,
I.
all in favor? Aye. Opposed? We're out of here. I'm done.
Yeah.